So today, Tabatas, starting out with our hardest set. Our hardest set is going to be deadlifts and push-ups. So for our deadlifts, we can use either a single weight or a band to make it a good morning. So for our deadlift using a weight, we're going to start with that weight right between our feet. We could do a conventional stance or a sumo stance. Either one, you're thinking butt down, chest up, as little bend in the knees as possible. So you want to keep that knee as close to over the ankle as you can. You're sitting back in it. Coming all the way back down to the ground. I release my hands a little bit at the bottom just to keep myself honest and keep me from turning it into a Romanian deadlift. So we have full deadlifts. If you're going to use a band, you're going to stand on that band with both feet, bring it around your neck, and we're going to make it a good morning. So you're pushing the hips back, slight bend in the knees, stand up and squeeze the glutes. So we're going to go for 20 seconds there with a deadlift. And then we're going to do 20 seconds of push-ups. Push-up Tabatas are like the hardest thing you'll ever do other than bike Tabatas. Those are spiritual on a whole other level, but we don't have access to that kind of equipment. So for our Tabata push-ups, I highly recommend using a band because we are only doing quality reps. For our push-ups, our hands are outside the shoulders. Feet are together, glutes are on. And you want to stay pushed forward a little bit so that your shoulders are over those hands. Turn those elbows in, coming all the way down, all the way up. Just for 20 full seconds. Using a band will give you a whole lot of a boost from the bottom. We're just going to do those two movements for 4 minutes, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. If you're doing your push-ups and you're like, I'm using a band, maybe your hands are even elevated and you're like, I cannot do another good one, hold that plank position at the top and just wait it out. If you're like, oh my God, these push-ups are so easy, I could do this all day, you can go ahead and elevate your feet on a box or a bench. That'll make them harder fast. Any questions or modifications needed? Nope. All right. I'm going to take a sip of water and then I'm going to start this timer. We're going to start with our deadlifts or our banded good mornings. Remember, we only have 10 seconds of transition. So we're going to leave ourselves set up well for our next set. All right. And I got the timer. And go. All right. Remember, we're doing full deadlifts here, all the way to the ground. And we are transitioning to our push-ups. And go. Inhale on the way down and exhale on the way up. Like you're blowing the ground away from you. Woo, nice work. We're going to come back to those deadlifts. And go. Man, this gets intense fast. Coming back to our push-ups. And go. Halfway there, we're coming back to our deadlifts. And go. Push-ups again. And go. Oh man, we can do it. We have one more set here. And go. Last set of push-ups. We got this. Remember, if those push-ups are falling apart, nope, turn them into a plank. And we're resting. All right, we got the hardest one out of the way. We're resting and breathing. All right, next up. We are going to be doing plank hip dips and swimmers. For our plank hip dips, we're in a forearm plank. Stepping our feet back. Feet are about hip width apart here. We're going to drop one hip towards the ground and then the other. Keeping those shoulders pressed forward. Aiming to keep our butt down in line with the shoulders, not piking up there. For 20 seconds. And then you're going to drop down onto your chest, extending your arms. You'll lie here for your 10 seconds of rest. Then we have swimmers. We're extending our arms, popping our chest up. You can lift those toes up too, but if you feel this in your low back, then press your feet into the ground. With your arms extended, you're thinking about pulling through your back, pulling those elbows in towards your waist. This is a slow, deliberate movement. I'm not just swimming through my arms here. Really using my back in it. For 20 seconds. Questions or modifications? All right. We're going to rest a little bit longer here. Breathing, drinking water if you need to. Maybe grabbing a towel. All right. So we're going to set up for the second round. We have our plank hip dips and our swimmers. And we're going to start in 5 seconds. Okay, go. Coming down onto your stomach, we have swimmers up next. And go. Nice work. Gonna come back to your plank.
Elizabeth, on those plank dips, should we be ending up on one elbow, or should we keep both elbows down?
Both elbows are on the ground, just trying to get the one hip as close to the ground as you can.
Okay.
Alternating sides. So we're not coming into a side plank here. Ooh. And then we have our swimmers. And go. Nice work. Coming back to your plank dips. And go. You're on your forearms with your hands apart. Some space between those feet. One hip and then the other. Nice work. Nice. And then dropping onto your stomach for those swimmers. And go. Arms are extended and really pulling through your mid-back. Thinking about bringing your shoulder blades down to your waist. Nice work. Just 5 more seconds here. You can do it. Nice work. This is our last set here. We're going to do our plank and then our swimmers. Okay, go. Coming onto your stomach. And go. We're finishing up with our swimmers. Nice work, and we're resting. Grab some water, catch your breath. All right. Next up, we are going to pair up some curl to overhead press with oblique dips. So for our curls, if you have 2 light or medium weight dumbbells, you'll come from outside the hips up to the shoulders and then press overhead. I'm going to use a single kettlebell to make that weight more moderate. So curling up to the chest, and then pressing up overhead and reversing it. 20 seconds there. We're going to rest for 10 seconds. Then we have oblique dips. We're going to do all on one side, and then the next round we'll do the other side. So you're holding the weight in one hand with your other hand behind the ear. You're going to reach down with that weight down past your knee, and then you're going to crunch it all the way back over, trying to get that elbow as close to your hip as you can. for 20 seconds, all on one side, and then we'll do the other side on the following time through. Right? Any questions or modifications needed? All right. Still resting. Drink some water. This is a safe set to drink water before. Not going to be jumping around. All right, we're going to be starting here in 10 seconds. And go. Curl to overhead press. Remembering to keep your glutes on and your ribs over your hips. All right. So we'll start with this weight in our left hand. And go. Back to our curl to press. We're going to start here in 5 seconds. And go. Right, we're resting, and then we're going to do our oblique dips with our weight in our right hand next. And go. Right. Whew. Halfway through, curl to press. And go. Nice work. All right, we're coming back to the left hand for our oblique dips. And go. All right, we got this. This is our last time through here. And go. Curl to overhead press. All right, last set of oblique dips on our right side. And go. Nice work. We are resting. We're breathing. All right, in our next round, we're going to loosen up these shoulder blades a little bit with some halos. So we are going to switch directions after each rep here. You're going to start, you can hold a dumbbell from end to end in front of you, or hold a kettlebell upside down in front of your chest. You're going to bring it around, so I'm going to bring it around my right ear, bring it all, and then my left ear, bringing it back to the front in front of my chest, and then reversing it around the left ear and then the right. So we're going to switch directions with every rep. We have our halos, and then we're going to do a rack march. You're going to hold that weight in one hand. So if you're holding a dumbbell, you're holding it with that elbow straight out. If you're using a kettlebell, it's resting against your forearm, right in front of your shoulder. And we're just marching it up, getting your knees as high as possible. If you have two kettlebells that are the same weight, you could do a double rack. I do not. So again, with the single arm rack march, I'll let you know which side we're on and which set. So we have our halos and our rack march. Any questions or modifications? Okay. All right, we have 15 more seconds here in our rest period. Cherish it. And go. We're starting with our halos. Nice work. We're resting, and then we're going to start our rack march on our right side. And go. Bringing those knees up high, keeping that weight really close into your chest. Whew. We're resting, and then we're going to come back to our halos. And go. Remember to reverse it with every rep. Ooh, and then we have our rack march. We're going to be on our left side here. And go. Nice work. We're resting, and then we're coming back to our halo. And go. We're halfway through. We got this. Taking my glasses off with it. Here we go. All right. We're resting, and we're going to come back to our right side for our rack march. And go. work. We have one more set here. One more set of halos. Then we have our rack march on our left side. And go. Nice work. All right, this is it. Left side rack march. Ooh, and we're resting. And maybe right about this point, you're like, I cannot use my arms or my shoulders to do one more thing. Don't worry, because it doesn't have to do anything else. We are going to finish up with, it's like a glute bridge medley. What we are going to do is, or maybe it's more like glute bridge torture. We'll see. Let me know what you think. We are going to do glute bridges up and down for 20 seconds. And then for 10 seconds, you're going to hold it at the top. So that hold at the top is your rest period. You can do this with your feet pulled in close to your butt. You can step your feet out a little bit more. Whichever way you feel it more in your glutes. But we're pressing through our heels, driving the hips all the way up, and then tapping the ground at the bottom. If you feel this in your low back, press your low back into the ground at the bottom before you pop back up. And then, for 10 seconds, we're just going to hold it at the top, squeezing the glutes and breathing, twiddling your thumbs. It's going to be great. All right, any questions? Oh, sorry. Exciting. See, even my phone was like, nope. Oh, there we go. There's a video. All right. Gonna try not to knock that down again. All right. Any questions or modifications needed? No? All right. I'm gonna try not to pull the whole setup down with me as I get down on the ground. All right. So it is kind of like a gift because we're just gonna lie on our backs the whole time. All right, we're gonna start here in 8 seconds. Starting with our glute bridges up and down. And go. Driving through the heels. Pace yourself because we're going to do a whole lot of these. And we're holding it at the top. Keep those hips up. Breathing in and out. Don't hold your breath for this whole 10 seconds. And down. Up and down again. The amazing thing about doing this is that it gets to a point where the 20 seconds feels like the break and the 10-second glute bridge feels like the hard part, and we're holding it at the top. Gotta keep those heels in the ground. And go. Up and down. You got this. Woo, and we're holding it at the top. right, and we're gonna finish up on this set. So this is the last one here. Up and down. And then hold it at the top. You can do it. Hips up, glutes on, keeping those heels in the ground. There's 3, 2, 1. And that's it. We're done.
That is so good.
Isn't that so good? That wasn't even a full 4 minutes. You're welcome. I know. All right. I don't know if I could stand up. Today was my deadlift day. All right. Well, great work.